Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Discorderly podcast. I'm joined today by John and Kelvin and myself, your gracious host, Jeremy, and got a plethora of good topics to start us out with. Let's go ahead and get things kicked off. John, I assume you've picked out a Buzzfeed quiz for us.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, did you really?
Absolutely.
Oh, shit.
I actually did, yeah.
All right, go ahead and link it down there for us, and we are going to get things kicked off with our traditional shitty Buzzfeed quiz.
Traditional that we
course.
didn't do last episode.
Well, last episode was special. We're not gonna make ordinary sausage, the man, the myth, the legend, sit through Buzzfeed. He's got things to do.
No, definitely.
Of course.
He's got millions of adoring women
He also
outside
has
his
a
home
wife and
at all
kids.
times.
Yeah, let's not forget about the wife and kids.
He's also married.
But before we get started on this BuzzFeed quiz, let me just for the tag, Hamilton.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus now.
Hey.
He sure was a guy.
Yeah, he did exist.
I met a guy today named Brandon Hamilton, so that's cool at work.
What was your
Was he
opinion on him?
interesting? Yeah.
He was a pretty cool guy. He seemed like there was a lot on his mind, so he was kind of a bit of a spaz, but he was cool.
You should ask him if he wants to be on a podcast with three losers.
Wait, you think we can get Alexander Hamilton on the podcast?
Can we?
Dude, do you think we could get King Tut on the podcast?
Oh yeah, and Cleopatra.
Dude, do you think we can get AOC on the podcast? What's she doing?
Who?
Do you think she's still playing League?
Oh, of course.
Who?
Hell
Who?
yeah. AOC.
OC. Wait, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez?
Hey, that's the one and only.
Anyone's heard of Ant Venom? We should get him on the podcast.
Let's get Ant Venom on the podcast.
Dude, do you think anybody's heard of this guy, Ordinary Sausage? We should get him on the podcast.
We should definitely get him on there.
Oh yeah. Did
Yeah,
you guys
that'd
get
be-
the link I sent you? Are you guys ready for this quiz?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Get it
I'm
out.
so ready for
It's
this
on there.
quiz.
It's unlike nothing we've ever done before.
Also, why is it always Disney?
It's like a lot of what we've done before.
All right.
It's on BuzzFeed, and it is shitty.
So the one I picked out, yeah, true, and about Disney. The one I picked out is: are these Disney movies overrated, underrated, or appropriately rated? Let's call it like it is.
Can I put overrated for every single one?
No.
Okay.
What a
You'll
shutdown
lose.
that one.
I'm
You'll
leaving.
lose. You'll lose
This is
your
it.
host
This is gonna be
and,
this is gonna be the last episode of the podcast I'm on.
Oh, Jeremy, it was nice to have you.
nice knowing you.
Yeah. This
was a
is
good
the
run.
final straw. I've suffered your abuse for too long.
Oh, dude. Thanks, John.
Dude, what's our first movie that we're gonna rate overrated? Go for it.
Let's see. So here's Beauty and the Beast.
Overrated.
That's pretty overrated.
pardon me.
Yeah,
The
it is.
movie
I will
would be
say-
great.
I will say it's overrated.
Overrated.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If we could have an entire 16 season show based just on the life of Luminaire as a candlestick, I'd fucking love it,
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be
me too.
cool. That'd be really good.
dude. You'd have one episode where he would stand there and his
entire
candles
time.
would be lit, and then the credits would roll.
It'd be as
And then the
long
next
as like
episode-
The Simpsons.
Can we just talk about how 69% of people rated it appropriately?
Appropriately rated.
Well, 69% of people are. Man, that's 14,000 votes,
Yeah.
dude. What's wrong with 14,000 people? Who are they? BuzzFeed.
It's
Message
probably
me.
all
Give me a
of
list.
BuzzFeed's like employees.
I want IPs. I want IP addresses, and I want to know. I
Do you
want to know
think
where these people
BuzzFeed
live.
has their employees go on and take their own quizzes?
Hell yeah. You gotta,
Dude,
you gotta get
all
the
right,
SEO.
It's BuzzFeed break time. Go to the
No.
computer room and quiz time.
Dude, you don't understand. BuzzFeed at this point is no longer run by people. It's one conglomerate of one server, one computer overlord.
Yeah, it's basically just one guy.
It's
On his
serving
computer.
it's serving the reptilian overlords.
We had this one inside joke in college. There was like an IT guy that we had. His name was Park. And the inside joke
So
was that,
I
like,
take it he didn't reverse.
No. No, the inside joke was that he would
Yeah.
sit in his office, this little tiny fucking office, and he'd have like a shitload of monitors, and he'd just be watching porn, and it'd be like The Matrix, and he'd be like, yeah, I don't even know what the fuck that was about.
So he'd enter the Matrix. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
that's-
porn.
That's
So it's like
actually,
Ready Player One, but with like instead of like Overwatch and like all that stuff, it's like Mia Malkova and like Mia Khalifa and like,
props on you for outing yourself in your pornography knowledge. Congratulations for taking that step.
Yeah, and like Lena Paul and
hold on, he's still
Piper
going.
Perry and let's not forget about Lana Rhoades and Kimmy Granger and
Dillian Harper.
And Dylan Harper.
I'm gonna go start my own podcast by myself.
So. Where you only have porn stars.
Oh,
let's not forget about Johnny Sins.
That'd be a dope fucking podcast. You kidding me? It's like, dude, real talk. Do you think we can get Alexis Texas on the podcast?
Oh my god.
I used to love Alexis Texas when I was like 13.
Holy fuck. Of all the topics
this
that
episode
I
is
talk
rated
about with
R.
you guys, this is not one of them.
Okay, let's just go back to the quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
on a similar topic to what we were just talking about, Cinderella. Overrated, underrated, appropriately rated, or never seen it.
Definitely
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it, but I would give it appropriately rated just for bippity boppity boo. That song's a fucking bop.
This is the one that everyone knows.
Dude, everybody, yeah, and you know what? It shows 44% overrated.
Yeah.
Again, 44% of people don't know what the fuck they're on about.
Yeah.
And I am one of those people.
You don't know what the fuck you're on about.
And I've never seen it. I'm one of 303 people in the world. I'm the minority here.
That's okay though, because John hasn't seen any Disney movie.
Disney.
Yeah,
nuts.
sorry, my Spanish is coming out.
Sorry, I drank stupid juice today.
All right, the next one, The Little Mermaid.
She doesn't look that little.
Yeah, she's kind of big for a mermaid. What's up with her figure? Why is she shaped like a banana? She's shaped like a banana.
Have you seen a banana? If you do you think? What bananas are you eating, man?
The yellow ones.
The best kind.
I mean, look at her. Look at that face.
Like her head, like you see where her hair like curls up, like up at the top, like top left of her face, of her head.
Yeah, of course.
That looks like the top of a banana, and then like goes down her face and her body. She looks like a banana. That's what I'm trying to say.
John, this seems a little creepy.
Just like your opinion.
Look like bananas too. So.
Just like your opinion, I'm rating this one appropriately rated.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that too because this one is it's cool. It's cool.
Dude, we're in the majority. 10,000 votes, 51% agree.
That is incorrect. That's 9,994.
What are you talking about?
Votes.
You come into my life.
There's like 10K votes. What are you talking about?
Guys, do you think that one of us was the 10,000th vote?
It was me.
I know.
Dude.
I was the 9,994th.
Well, the only way to tell is that if a confetti starts falling down the screen and you get a loud robotic voice screaming at you how you've won, you're the 10,000th visitor, and click this link that's totally not a virus. And
and it has a lucky wheel spinner that says like iPhone XR.
Oh yeah, do you get
and all you got to do is enter your mom's credit card.
Yeah, and her social.
And then you can get 1,000 V-Bucks right then and there.
1,000? That's not even enough for the Pokemon skin.
I actively.
We're moving on. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Hey,
John,
that's
overrated. That is overrated.
Bullshit. That's underrated. Snow White getting snow attention.
Did you say snow attention?
Snow attention.
She does cocaine.
Stop.
Moving on. Sleeping Beauty.
The sleepiest.
Dude,
of
Sleeping Beauty
is. I'm gonna say
I don't hear anyone talk about this movie.
Yeah, me neither. I know that's Aurora though.
No, so you forget. You forgot. Remember the first Buzzfeed quiz?
I know. That's why it's underrated.
I agree. It's underrated. Nobody talks about it. Nobody remembers it. But hold on. But that begs the question: is it worth remembering? I mean, your main character. The entire point of your movie is that this bitch sleepy, and like.
That's why it's underrated. Sleeping is important.
Maybe it was doomed from the start. You know, I'm still gonna give it underrated though.
I think it was. Yeah.
I have an ad on the side of my
overrated?
screen for
Who the
tax Tax Act surprisingly legal, it says. And then its slogan is, "Can you?" ? And I'm just like, can I what?
Dude, all of my favorite activities and all of my favorite aspects of life all have the tag surprisingly legal.
Surprisingly legal. I love that.
On a similar topic, I was, as you guys know, I was away in Maryland for 2 weeks.
You were?
He was, yes.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I also moved, so now my room is really echoey.
Oh yeah. Now, when I was in Maryland, I went on the boardwalk with a mask. Obviously, wear your fucking masks. Anyways.
Hell yeah.
While I was walking the boardwalk with a 6-foot distance, there was these 2 men sitting on a bench. I don't know their names. One was Steve. I know the one was named Steve because there was 2 of them. They were clearly drunk, and they had jugs of orange juice, which were definitely spiked with something.
Oh, yeah.
And so, a little bit behind them, I'm walking. They get up. They don't even look at me. They don't see me at all. They're walking forward. Steve starts walking a little bit ahead of his buddy. So this buddy starts yelling, like, "Steve, yo, Steve, wait up," as you do when your buddy Steve's walking ahead of you.
Dude, fucking Steve.
Yeah, Steve's.
And you're carrying orange juice, so your arm's getting a little weighed down. So this man's yelling, "Steve, wait up, Steve, where are you going? Give me a cigarette," as the normal things. And
the normal thing a crack-addict would say.
And out of nowhere, this obliterated man turns around, haven't even looked in my direction up to this point, turns around immediately out of his mouth. "Is your name Grant? Is your name Grant by any chance?"
So you said yes, right?
Yeah, you said yes.
I said no.
Oh.
What the fuck?
But
you could have been Grant.
Immediately afterward,
you could have made this guy think that he had ESP.
Dude, you just teared to channel 32 and ESPN's right there. I don't know what you're talking about. The Packers are playing.
Why does everyone call ESP that?
I immediately regretted saying no. This man turns around and says, "Oh, okay," and keeps walking. There's 2 women sitting on a railing, trying to take a nice selfie with the beach behind them, and they're clearly obliterated too.
Oh yeah.
And they happen, out of everyone on that boardwalk, they happen to ask Grant Guy and Steve to take their picture.
Oh Jesus, this sounds like a great idea.
And of course, they're drunk. Other people are drunk. You don't want to drunk. And this guy starts fiddling around with their phone, like it doesn't even know these people.
Oh God, he's gonna steal.
At that point, I just kept walking, and I went to Hooters. That's.
Oh, you went to Hooters? Saw some pretty ladies.
No, I love Hooters. The wings are really good.
Are they? I've never been.
That was a story. If I was you and I was telling that story, I would have lied and said that I was Grant.
Yeah, I really wish I would have. I regretted it immediately afterwards, but I was just so focused on going to Hooters and seeing those gigantic wings.
Speaking of gigantic wings, Tangled. Overrated, underrated, or appropriately rated?
That is underrated.
I feel like
I love that movie. That movie's so good.
I think it's appropriately rated.
Yeah, because I don't think anyone talks about it as much.
I don't think anybody. I don't like. It's a good film.
It's well known.
Yeah, it's well known and it's a good film. Appropriately rated.
But the music in it's incredible.
Dude, next up is Aladdin, and can we talk about
my favorite Disney movie
ever?
How how fine Jafar is.
He is.
Oh my God,
dude, what a fucking sultry bitch.
If I could see Jafar and Mia Malkova or Alexis Texas or or Lana Rhodes or Kimmy Granger or
Dylan Harper,
Piper Perry or Dylan Harper or
Jafar.
You're really blowing up your spot here. People are gonna think you're a pervert.
Dude, I can't believe we're gonna have to find a replacement for John after this podcast. I can't believe we're gonna have to get another John.
Yeah, and he's basically.
I don't even know any other Johns. I know my dad. My dad's name's John. Do you think he'd want to be on the podcast?
Yeah, he definitely.
Can we get your dad as a guest on the podcast one day?
Oh my God,
dude, the conversation would be you want me to do what? No. Then you hang up.
And you're like, tell him we'll introduce him to like Mia Malkova or Lana Rose or Kimmy Granger.
Rate Aladdin.
It's appropriately
Dude,
appropriately rated, in my opinion.
Aladdin is appropriately rated.
Oh yeah, baby.
Dude, we're
swag.
in maturity. Look at us go. Dude,
Yeah.
it's The Princess and the Frog, which is fucking underrated.
It
I've never
really
seen it.
is.
I've never
Dude,
seen it.
but now things are going to be good, and people are going to see it because Splash Mountain is changing to The Princess and the Frog.
Oh
and
yeah.
I had
And
no
so
idea
now people-
Splash Mountain was connected to that fucking movie.
Neither did I.
Look, man,
Mulan.
Disney's struggling. Dude, Mulan is a
Overrated.
great film, and go fuck yourself, overrated. Suck my dick. Dude, it's got Eddie Murphy.
Oh, it's definitely overrated.
No, it's underrated.
overrated.
Go fuck yourselves. Boom,
It's-
boom. 10,000 people agree with me. Only 1,000 people agree with yo ass.
Holy
makes me
shit,
sad
8%.
It makes me sad that so many people have bad opinions. Anyways,
Wrecked.
Dude, it's
this one,
Frozen.
I'm sure we'll all
Frozen is
agree.
overrated.
Frozen,
Sure we'll all
overrated.
agree.
Yes.
Never seen it.
I have never seen it as well.
I've never seen it, and I can tell you it's overrated.
Yes.
Dude, if it's in the Kingdom Hearts game, it's overrated.
Yeah. Moana is underrated. I don't care what you get.
Moana's a
Moana
great
is
fucking film.
underrated.
Moana's a great fucking film. But
That is a
is
good
un-
movie.
But hold on. See, I want to say it's appropriately rated because I don't feel like people don't give it the credit it deserves. Like, people are there. People are like, yeah, this film's great. We know. We're gonna say it. We're like, it's good shit. Appropriately rated. Boom. Top of the billing. I'm right. Get fucked, both of you.
I was very close with the under. Like this is just personal opinion. And for this next one, I'm gonna lose all our viewers.
Oh,
The
jeez.
Lion King is overrated.
Oh,
it's
get
really
it right.
overrated.
Dude, if I could like take baby Simba and pick him up by his tail and fling him around my head, and then after like a couple spins, just chuck him into the herd of buffalo, man,
Sandy
you bet
Cheeks
your ass I
lasso
would do.
Simba.
Yeah,
into
Peter
a
would be
herd of
pissed.
buffalo. Who would be
Dude.
pissed?
PETA.
Oh, I thought you said Peter. I was like, who the fuck is Peter?
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, that's my favorite line.
My
King
coworker,
character, Peter.
I was thinking like Family Guy. Like
Peter
Peter,
Griffin will
yeah,
be pissed
like
off at
Peter
you.
Griffin. Just fling
No, man,
Simba.
let me tell you. I'm gonna say it's appropriate. I'm gonna say Lion King's appropriately rated because you know what? The furries, man.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but it's appropriately rated.
You know what? The furries, man. Yes, appropriately
I'm
rated.
glad the furries have a Disney film they can call their home. And that film is called The Jungle Book, in which we're going to rate right now.
Oh my god.
Mowgli?
No, I don't want to offend all our furry viewers.
They
I was gonna make a
remade
joke.
this movie twice.
Dude, Mowgli's...
The remake was fire.
I
okay?
did. I love that. I watched it in theaters, I think.
I forgot they remade that movie, but it was fire.
They
But
did it
this,
twice,
This
though.
original is overrated, and it's bad. It's a bad, not bad. Like just a bad movie for like cultural reasons. So I'm gonna say it's overrated.
What do
It's
you
like-
mean, What do you mean Mowgli isn't a racist caricature? What do you mean?
What do you mean that the whole movie doesn't have terrible racial stereotypes that shouldn't exist?
You know what doesn't have terrible racial stereotypes? Man, that was a hard fucking sentence.
Ratio.
Hercules.
Hercules.
Danny
It has Danny
DeVito.
the fucking Danny.
fucking Vito.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
The double D's.
The fucking Danny. Danny.
Fucking Danny. Dude, Hercules is there. He's got like the muscles, and it's also got Meg, which is the best Disney princess, hands down. Fucking boom. Underrated.
For this next one, I'm really glad that the furries have a movie to call their own.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Oh.
I've never seen it,
There's
so
not a
I've watched it
single
once
fi-
in my life.
There's not a single anthropomorphic animal in this film.
There's
Not
just a
worth
really
seeing, to be
creepy,
honest.
pervy fucking priest
was
Dude.
there? I've never seen it.
I'm gonna say
that jerks
underrated.
off to a fireplace.
Man,
Oh.
sometimes you be looking in that fire, and man, it's thick.
Oh God, I know.
Dude,
Have
the
you guys
next,
seen, you've
the
seen
next.
Harry Potter, right? When like Sirius Black appears in the flames.
Yeah. So wait. Here's an actual question, legitimate question. Do you think Sirius Black as a dog fucks other dogs?
On that topic, the next movie, 101 Dalmatians. Yes. No. Yes.
just gonna
Do you
say
think
yes.
Sirius Black fucked the 101 Dalmatians?
All 101 of them?
Are you fucking serious?
Dude,
That's what you ask him. That's what you
some
ask the dog.
stamina. That's some fucking stamina. Do you think we
Yeah,
get
it's like-
Sirius Black on the podcast?
Oh, I
Oh,
hope
yeah,
so.
let's do it.
Yeah,
Dude,
let's
if you
grab
could-
his
if you could-
corpse.
Dude, if you
Spoiler
could,
alert.
Spoiler!
dude, yeah, the movie hasn't been out for like 10
Yeah,
fucking
that
years.
movie's been
Spoiler.
out for there you go.
Anyways,
I don't-
101
I don't wanna get
Dalmatians.
canceled,
Oh,
okay?
it's appropriately rated.
It's a little overrated in my opinion.
Well, your opinion's wrong, and not
Oh.
many people agree with you, so take
Fucking
it out of
Fantasia,
there.
underrated.
Fantasia overrated.
Yeah,
What?
That's definitely overrated.
It's
That's literally every
it's
single
a tech
kid
demo.
in elementary school has watched this movie.
It's a fucking tech demo. That's all it is.
Yeah. It has churn a bug or churn
You guys
butter in
have
it.
clearly never been to Disney World in Florida.
I have not.
Dude, no way. Fuck no.
They have a ride. It's not really a ride. It's like a theater, but it's like super good 3D, and it's called Filler Magic. And
Oh, because
basically
it's
like,
filler.
What? It's basically Fantasia in 3D almost.
They're trying to
and it's
distract you. It's filler.
Man, imagine
has, like-
making a movie so bad that you have to make the ride in 3D just to get people to, like
You
it.
know what? Let's move on before I punch your nose.
Before you punch the computer screen.
Before I
Dude,
punch your
speaking-
nose, make you look like Pinocchio.
Oh,
Speaking
that
of
was
Pinocchio. Speaking of
Was
Pinocchio.
that good? I don't know if that was good.
No, that was actually terrible. That doesn't make sense at all because Pinocchio's nose grows, and if I punched it, it would go inward.
That was
and
a
it would,
good
like-
segue, though.
Yeah, it was a good segue. I'm pretty good at it. I'm a podcast host. I have to be.
I'm not.
Dude.
Speaking of podcast host, have to be Peter Pan. I'm joking.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to call we need to hurry this up because we're not even halfway through this one. So
Holy shit!
we're gonna rapid fire. All right, ready?
No,
Peter
it's
Pan,
done.
go.
Yeah, we have 3 more to go.
Oh shit, sorry. The fucking scroll bar is. Oh, it's comments. Oh, never mind. It's
You can
Jesus.
start
I
rating
forgot how many
comments.
fucking
Well, anonymous 12358 said Sleeping Beauty is so underrated. It's a work of art. The music and backgrounds are so beautiful.
Wait,
It's
we
a
didn't even
little
finish this.
overrated.
Dude, I forgot how many fucking advertisements for BuzzFeed are on BuzzFeed. Like
There's so
the just the bottom of the page.
It's just
about
fucking disgusting.
Fucking 30% of their screen real estate is just go take these other quizzes. Like fuck off,
Oh my god.
dude. It's Peter Pan, dude, and Peter Pan's great. It's got Tinkerbell. Hell yeah, it's appropriately rated.
I'd like to point out we didn't even do Pinocchio.
Pope Pinocchio. What the fuck did I
Overrated.
even say?
I
Overrated.
didn't put whatever. Yeah, I just put whatever on that one.
Fuck Pinocchio.
Pan. I'm gonna say appropriately rated for that
Yeah,
guy.
appropriately rated. Except Peter Pan's kind of a dickbag.
He
Peter
is.
Pan is kind of a dickbag, but
And
but he's a lovable character.
No, he kidnaps a young girl.
Dude, and like fucking heartthrob.
All right, for the last movie, who wants to take the honors on this one?
We got
Of Tarzan,
that
dude,
son.
I'd take Tarzan any day. I'd fucking beat him up in a fight. Let's go, idiot.
Oh my god.
Tarzan's
Jeremy.
Me and Tarzan 1-on-1, I could take him out. Yeah, Tarzan's pretty fucking overrated.
Before we finish this quiz out, I know we just finished the quiz, but can I just point out? I don't know. It's like up at the top: BuzzFeed trivia quizzes, what to watch, COVID-19 explainers, Sex Week 2020, all the way at the end. Why? Okay, LGBTQ. That's fine, right? Why do they have new in brackets next to it, like with an exclamation mark? Like this is some big new thing we've discovered. Like you guys won't believe it.
Dude,
people can like.
We've discovered gay.
Guys, we've discovered women gay, guy gay, women and guy, both gay and straight.
But you
People-
know, like there are 6 suits sitting around a table. It's like, gentlemen, we've discovered our next gold mine. Queers. And one
Guys,
of them
did
just
you guys
spits
hear
out a
about
straight, my God.
you guys hear about this hot new thing? It's called being who you want to be. It's incredible.
Well, that wraps up Shitty Buzzfeed Quiz. And by God, that was the shittiest one we've done.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah. Every episode
Man.
we just give attention to this horrible site.
Every episode just gets worse and worse than the one beforehand, and
Hey, I think last episode really rose above the Call of Duty.
That one was
Dude,
a
the end
bloody
of the-
cracker of an episode.
Dude, wait till episode 10. I've got something special for episode 10 of the Discorderly podcast.
So your big surprise for episode 10, you got PewDiePie. That's incredible. Now tell us how you did it.
I'm very excited.
I played PUBG, and we were on a bridge.
And you went back in time and stopped him.
Yeah,
We can't say from what, but you
I
stopped
was there. It was like a very get down, Mr. President moment. I burst in through his window and tackled him.
But we can't. Word redacted. And then you stopped him.
Man, I was there. I'm a hero. And honestly, it was either him or Abe Lincoln. And honestly, PewDiePie just has more significance in history.
Exactly. he has over 100 million subs, of course.
How many subs did Lincoln have?
Yeah.
0.
Get
You
out,
know what
fucking loser.
you know what they say. PewDiePie is actually just the Swedish Abe Lincoln.
They sure do say that.
He's never told a lie.
No, of course not.
He's obviously he the beard and
Dude,
the top hat.
Don't you remember the end? Don't you remember the how Abe Lincoln ended the Emancipation Proclamation? He was like, "Slaves are free, bro fist."
And then he continued to do horrible shit.
remember the time Abe Lincoln, the time he got assassinated and with his dying breath gave a big bro fist to everyone else in the theater.
Dude, remember when Abe Lincoln was in the theater and it was like right before the show started? He was like, "Dudes, just want to let you know this theater performance is brought to you by NordVPN."
Well, if you don't remember, the play was actually an adaptation of Tuber Simulator. But no, I wanted to talk to you guys about something non-PewDiePie related. We'll see him on episode 10.
I'm not interested.
Yesterday I bought SpongeBob Rehydrated.
Oh my god, yes.
There's been a few new game releases, and Jeremy, I know you probably haven't had time to. I haven't heard you talk about any of them, but I've been playing some SpongeBob Rehydrated.
Let me tell you, that was at the top of my list of games to buy. I'm just, it's right up there. It's critically acclaimed games, all of those to the wayside for SpongeBob Rehydrated.
It is.
Battle for
Yeah, how about you go
Cracker.
fuck yourself?
Whoa.
Yeah, SpongeBob Rehydrated is better than you think. Last of Us 2, push that to the side. SpongeBob Rehydrated.
Hey, remember when IGN just gave like fucking what is it, SpongeBob Rehydrated, like a shitty score?
Imagine being the game reviewer, the critic, that has to go on and leave a bad review about a SpongeBob Rehydrated, like a kid's game. Here's a review. I just wanted, the reason I brought this up, I just wanted to see how they're not even like funny, they're serious, but just how funny it is, just the context reading these reviews. Like GameSpot says they gave a 20 out of 100, and they said remasters, ports, and remakes are nice because they make games more accessible to new audiences, and the ones that excel understand that some features from the game's era are antiquated.
What's going on?
And should be
Antiquated. Fuck me.
Yes, and should be updated or removed. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated flops like a fish out of water when it comes to this. It's a game so focused on emulating and embellishing the original that it doesn't know the parts of itself that are fun and the parts that aren't. Ultimately, the game winds up being an unpleasant nostalgia trip that nobody should pack their bags for.
What a fucker.
And they write that, And on Google, 97%. On Steam, 10 out of 10. And then you get IGN, 5 out of 10.
Yeah,
Just
a bunch of stupid assholes over there.
Exactly like
Metascore.
be a child.
68. I hate reviews. That is all.
The moral of the story is just like
Don't be a reviewer for IGN.
the moral of the story is, just don't read reviews. Period. They're lame. Reviews suck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Form
like
your
what
own
you like.
opinion. How about that?
Dude, if a
Yeah,
game
like-
looks interesting to you, play it, and then be like, man, I hated that, but at least I played it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if you don't like a game, refund it. Easy. And then you go buy another copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 because it's probably available on the newest console.
Oh my god, it is. Did you see that trailer?
Yeah, it is.
I'm
It is.
fucking upset.
exactly. You're telling me I can own Grand Theft Auto on the PS3, the PS4, the PS5, the PC. Grand Theft
And
Auto
literally
5
Xbox
mobile. When's it
One.
coming out?
Xbox 360, Xbox Series X. You could literally have it anywhere.
It's becoming the Skyrim. It's becoming the new Skyrim of how many good things.
yeah.
Like
Like,
soon
what
we're
the
gonna have
fuck?
Grand Theft Auto for the Samsung Smart Fridge.
Rockstar,
Oh my
what the
God.
fuck are you guys doing?
Dude.
Alexa, GTA 5.
Oh god, there was the I think 2018 or 19
Skyrim.
yeah, that was
Yep.
the Alexa Skyrim. It's like,
That shit is
like,
awesome.
Alexa, how many cheese wheels do I have? You have 539 cheese wheels. Alexa, eat every cheese wheel.
Now, I want to take a second here, and before we get too deep in or have to rush at the end, I want to take a time to give a shout out to a special channel, a special YouTube
Ooh.
channel.
Special YouTube channel.
A special YouTube channel. Yeah, it's ours, fuckers.
What a surprise.
I'm shocked. Yeah, guys, so we decided, and it's up now, everything's set up, we custom made art and everything. We decided as a group, us three, we're going to be making a group channel, and we did. We named it Disorderly Conduct, which is a play on, the Disorderly Podcast and Disorderly Viewing Day. So we just made it all kind of make sense. And
the
we're
big
gonna
ass
start-
umbrella where all our content is going to be living.
We have a brand.
We have a brand.
We have a brand.
We hate each other, but we need each other to grow. So,
My God, truer words have never been spoken.
if you go there right now, there is two videos.
Yes.
There's an introduction video where you can learn a bit about Jeremy, myself, and Kelvin, and what we'll be doing on the channel. But for a quick rundown, we can each give you a little snippet of what we're doing. Me personally, I will be playing video games in a series of format. I don't know. It'll be clipped down, some funny moments, and of course I'll be doing this stuff with these fellas here. Just the normal stuff, Disorderly Viewing Day, the podcast, and the podcast will be going up there as well from now on. So if you are a listener and you listen on YouTube as opposed to Anchor and Spotify and any of the other platforms, then it will be on this channel. Which the link will be everywhere if you follow this podcast.
Hell yeah.
So be sure to look out for that. Everywhere. It'll, you go outside, billboard, blimp, everywhere.
I wish.
Dude, we have Dwayne Johnson giving us his endorsement for the Disorderly Conduct YouTube channel.
Yes, he just tweeted.
Oh my god, thank God. He really came through for us.
Dude, I can't wait
came
to
in
mail him that
clutch.
check of 7 Oreos. That's all I
I
asked
want
for.
you guys to know, I considered they have boat signs in Maryland that go along the shore and display electronic ads, and I considered calling and seeing how much it would be to place an ad for the channel.
Oh my god.
To go along the shore, and I realized it would probably be thousands of dollars.
Hell yeah, it would. It'd be a shitload.
So what you're saying is we're running ads in Maryland beaches right now, right? And you drop the money
Yes.
on it?
Yes.
Yeah,
if
okay,
if
cool.
you guys are watching this and you're from Maryland, I hope you had a fun time the last 2 weeks. I'm sure I made it a blast being there. Seeing this ad.
with the
If you were that
fan
guy if you were that guy who thought John was Grant, let us know and we'll put you on the podcast next week, and we'll figure out
Absolutely.
just
Just
what
let me know, please.
just what was going on. Beer will be provided.
I want you guys to know, not to give a shout out or anything, but when I was in Maryland, on the signs on street poles and stuff, there would be like cut out signs that were like a description. This person basically just has an Instagram where they post their puffer fish, and it's called @ronathepuff, and they have now 50,000 followers, and they just posted some ads in Maryland, and Rona the Puff now has a decent following. Yeah, follow @ronathepuff. But yeah, why don't you guys go, getting back on topic, why don't you guys go ahead and tell everyone listening what you'll be doing on the channel.
The stage is all yours, Kelvin.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, give Jeremy some time to think.
What do I do?
So what I'm gonna be doing on the channel is basically just walkthrough videos of games that I really want to play. The first few games that I'm gonna be playing are basically games that Troy Baker has been on, because I have a little pipe dream that I'll play until he will notice, and we can get him on the podcast. So there's that. The Troy Baker.
We'll do it one day.
Other than that,
keep you guys updated.
Yeah. Other than that, I may be putting up one and done videos of me just playing random games. On top of that, I will also be interacting with my boys here with other stuff, and I think that's it. I had something else, but I forgot. So maybe it'll come back to me.
Like a boomerang.
Yeah, like a boomerang.
Like a boomerang. A boomerang. Like the JoJo Siwa song said.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that was a JoJo Siwa song. Anyways, Jeremy, why don't you tell them what you're going to be doing on the channel?
Porn.
With Mia Malkova, Kimmy Granger,
Dylan
Piper
Harper,
Perry,
Judy
Dylan
Spice.
Harper, Alina Paul,
That's
Johnny
it.
Sins.
My entire goal is to get us demonetized and deleted off of YouTube as quickly as I physically can.
Speed run.
Has anyone ever
Yes,
tried to
I'm
do
gonna
that?
speedrun account deletion.
I would do it, but I'm so scared that they just go after my entire IP and just shut all my channels down.
Yeah.
Going forward, as for my part on the channel here, about the same as John. I am consistently streaming over on twitch.tv/ShyGuyVerlinus. Come check it out. Come have fun. I'll take those streams. I'm going to edit them down. Make sure the good bits, as they say, are all included. We're going to throw them up on the channel. We're going to have some fun. And as well as that, I will also be taking down any videos that John or Kelvin and all three of us make, and we'll be, same thing, editing those up together and putting those out.
Yeah, and let's not forget Jeremy's third role on the channel. Just whenever me or Kelvin publish our own videos, they'll go on and delete them off the
I'm
site
just going to
immediately.
straight delete it. It's going to be a channel of just me. I'm also in charge of the merch, as in every single piece of merch will be just my face and nothing else.
Oh my God! Wait,
So,
we should
please.
do that.
Yes. I'm sure we'd get so many people buying our merch.
Damn
Just
right.
Jeremy's
Put-
face.
Be on the
That's
lookout
not-
for boxer briefs that are just my eyes. Right,
Yes, I'll buy 'em.
right on each of your hips.
But that's enough for the advertisement there. I just wanted to bring that up real quick for anyone listening to this. But moving on, I've basically covered my topics. You guys got anything you wanted to bring up?
Dude, I
Alrighty.
have had something that I've wanted to bring up so much that on June 6th of 2020, a month and 4 days ago, before we recorded this, I wrote down a notepad in order to remember it and remember what I wanted to bring up. And today what we're going to be talking about is work and the many good stories you have from employment of your whole life.
Oh
So,
boy.
Because let me
Oh,
tell you,
boy.
I have done a lot of different jobs, and I have come back with a lot of interesting
Well,
stories, to say the least. So
I just had one pop into my mind, so I'll get mine out of the way first.
okay, you go for it.
So basically, I worked at an Arby's. That was my first job. I've had 3 jobs, unless you count me going back to Arby's. Maybe 4. So the first time I worked at Arby's, basically a lady came in, and she was in one of those boots, one of those like walking boots when you like injure your leg. The ones that you can like still walk in, but like it's a big hefty clunker. So she comes in. She orders like some whatever. It was like a beef and cheddar. I don't know if you guys eat Arby's. It's a beef and cheddar, which is 3 ounces of roast beef with 1.5 ounces of cheddar cheese and 1.5 ounces of Red Ranch. Red Ranch is like a honey Dijon, it's like a honey French sauce basically.
It sounds insane.
It's really good. But anyways, so she comes in. She orders one of those, and she's got this hefty clunker of a boot on. She orders a sandwich. We make it the normal way. They're the easiest thing. You can crank 10 of them out in like 30 seconds. They're so easy. You just slice the beef. You throw it on the sandwich. So we give her the sandwich. She walks over to her table, sits down, eats the whole sandwich, comes back and says, with the wrapper on her tray, says, "Excuse me, I just had a beef and cheddar. There was supposed to be barbecue. There was no barbecue."
What the fuck?
And let me reiterate, there is no barbecue on that sandwich. There's no barbecue. There's Red Ranch and cheddar. So I'm like, I'm sorry about that. There's no barbecue on it though. Like that sandwich didn't have barbecue. She's arguing. She's like, I've had that sandwich 10,000 times.
Well, that's
every time
coming to Arby's.
Jesus.
Every time I've gotten it, it had barbecue. This is the only time it didn't have the barbecue. And so I'm like, I don't know what to say. That's what you ordered. I just took your order. You swallowed that thing like a pelican in like half a second. I definitely remember this. And
like a pelican.
So I went to like get my manager, who was this lovely lady. She comes out and I love her to death. I loved her to death, but she had like a bitchy side, but in a good way, where like it came out when you needed it. And so she's like, no. She's like, no, like claps her hands. She's like, no, that sandwich does not have barbecue. It has Red Ranch. This lady's like, well, can I have one with barbecue then? Because that's the way I've always gotten it. So we have to relent and give her her sandwich so she doesn't leave a bad review. Because you have to be a pussy in the fucking fast food industry.
Yeah, I hate that. You gotta be a pussy in the customer service world. Fuck that.
Yeah, your fake little customer service voice. Like, hi, welcome. Anyways, so give her the sandwich. She walks back over the table, eats the whole fucking thing, comes back up to the counter with nothing in her hand, walks up, looks right at me and says, "You need to go clean up my table now."
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm like, oh. So she ends up getting like a drink or something. I'm getting like the sanitizer rag ready to go wipe her table down. She gets a drink. She's in a boot. Remember, she's in a boot. She tells me, because she's injured, I need to carry her drink to her table.
Oh, fuck off, man.
So I gotta do that shit. I walk over to her table. I gotta take the trays, where there was 2 of them. I had to wipe the fucking table down, and she walks over and just slides right in the booth. I walk away. And this lady ends up leaving a fucking bad review anyways.
Well, you could have just told her to fuck off then.
Yeah, I didn't know she was gonna leave a bad review though.
So
that's my story. That's the worst customer I've ever had. I have more stories from my current job, but I'll let you guys go next, and if we have some time left, I'll tell you.
Dude, we've all, I'm sure we've all, everybody in the world has their shitty customer tale, and I've got plenty as well, but let me tell you my less shitty, more interesting version of customers, because the most interesting job that I had was I used to fix cell phones and other various electronics, and I worked at a repair shop, and that's what I did day in, day out. And I will start with the best, one of the best quality tales that I have from that work. And we're going to talk about
opus?
This is my magnum opus of
this is your Mad Max car.
This is my piece de resistance of phone repair sales, and it wasn't even a phone. It was his name was Dwayne, and Dwayne comes in.
The Rock Johnson.
That's how I got the endorsement for the channel. What you know?
Yeah.
So Dwayne comes in, and he carries with him a all-in-one computer, and brings it to us, sets it down on the counter. Is like, hey, I can't get it to start. All right. And he's like, do you know what happened? It's like, nope. He's like, we just came in one day and it wouldn't start. Like, cool.
Yes, he filled it with baked beans.
They weren't even
press
baked.
The power button.
No,
Oh man.
So we're like, okay, cool. So we'll take a look at it. Thankfully, Kelvin, it was not something as simple as that. It was not something as simple as pressing the power button or making sure it wasn't plugged in. It wasn't something along the lines of him being an idiot. He was an idiot for different reasons. So we fiddle with it. We get it back, and throughout the day we go back and sneak some peeks at it, try to see what's going on. And once we determine that, yep, it isn't turning on, and there's nothing on the outside that that we can do. It's like, all right, cool, time to pop this thing open and see the innards, see what we've got going on.
Spill its guts.
So we bring it to the workbench, bring out the screwdrivers, twist all the screws out, and pop it open. And the very first thing we notice is this fine white powder.
Oh, Jesus.
All over.
Oh my
all
God.
over the inside of this computer. Just coating it in this little these little as small as sugar crystals all over the inside.
Oh no.
And it's like, all right, well, this is Coke. I'm convinced we are being used as drug mules. That's got to be what this is. So we do our best. At that point, it's like, well, I don't know what this is. I don't want to touch it until we know what it is. Let's give him a call. So we give him a call, and the good old Dwayne answers. Bless his heart. What a saint of a man. He picks up and like, hey, we got your computer. We got it open. And what's this powder on the inside, Dwayne? Like, oh, that, yeah. That's the computer I keep out in my shed, and some cockroaches end up moving into it. So I had to get them out, so I poured pesticide all in the fans.
What?
And we're like, Dwayne, I think I can tell you why your computer's not turning on, sir. It's because you poured pesticide all in the fans,
Dwayne,
sir.
you fucking
Also-
moron.
Dwayne, The Rock Johnson.
also,
oh
Dwayne,
my God.
My workshop is very small, and I've opened this pesticide-filled computer in a very enclosed space with no outside ventilation whatsoever. So, Dwayne, I appreciate you giving me cancer. That can be the payment for us. The payment that we agree upon is the the vascular problems that I'm going to have in the future. Thank
pay
you,
my
Dwayne.
medical bills. That's the payment.
And unfortunately, we returned it, but sweet baby Dwayne, sure enough, just did not understand what we could have possibly meant when we told him this is something that we are not able to fix. This is not, and he just didn't understand what he did wrong when he poured literal powdered acid into his
It
computer.
amazes me how dumb people are.
Hey, don't talk about Dwayne. That man's a saint.
Dude, my summer love child, Dwayne. I think of him often.
Oh
I
god.
really
That
thought
is-
it was.
that
I
is-
thought it was
that
gonna be
is-
Coke. I really did. But it was.
I don't
actually
know
so
which
much
would be
better.
worse.
This was so much
Anyways.
better than the Coke.
That is my magnum opus of a story. I present the floor to you, Kelvin, to tell whatever tale comes to your heart.
There is a tale that comes to my mind from the job that I currently have right now. I've been at my job for about a little bit over a year. And I think
Wow,
my
lame.
first few months of being there, because I do customer service and I do graphic design. So some guy called up one day. I'm just like, hello? And he's like, hey, can you guys do some corrugated signs for us? And I'm just like, yeah, we could do that. That's one of the things that we do. And he's like, okay, cool. I'm going to send you an email of all the stuff that I want on it. And I may send you more. That's the key word. I may send you more.
That was more than one word, but yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I know. But he was like, the key sentence. So I was like, okay, cool. So a week goes by, and he's just like, and I don't hear shit from this guy. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess he has to send me more stuff. So he calls me up, and he's like, hey, do you guys have those signs ready? And I'm just like, what do you mean? Do we have that sign ready? And he's like, yeah, like, you know, the signs that I ordered. I'm just like, you didn't order shit. You said maybe I'll get you something else. And he's like, and this guy did not understand. I got so fucking mad that I did not want to talk. He got so pissed. He just started like screaming, and I'm just like, by that point I just shut down. So he was so angry. And I was like, you know what, fuck this. I put him on hold, and then the lady that sits next to me, she's the customer service lady that's been there for years. She's like professional. She's great. I love her. She's awesome. So she's like, all right, let me take this. So she takes the call, and she bitches him out.
She's professional. I love her. So she takes the phone. She bitches him out.
Yeah.
Good on her. Good on her. Don't take that shit. Good on her. I stand this woman.
Yeah, and she's like, dude, you didn't order anything. I looked at the emails that you guys corresponded with each other. You didn't order anything. But
Yeah, where are the corrugated signs, though, Kelvin?
They weren't there. I tried to fix the situation, like, before things escalated. I was just like, you know, maybe you can just get you, like, some paper stuff, like, and laminated or whatever for tomorrow, because he wanted it for tomorrow, coincidentally, or conveniently. And he was like, I don't want paper. That's the way he said it. I still remember it
went in your head.
Yeah, I still remember. That's exactly how he said it. It was nuts. But I was upset the entire day. He ruined my day. And then, yeah, that's it. She bitched him out, and things were all right from then.
Dude, I stand.
And he never got his corrugated sign.
No, he
What
never
a
did.
hero. That woman's great.
He was like, I can go somewhere else. I'm just like, that's fine.
Please.
Calvin, can
You've
we get
always
the
had
woman on
that
the
option.
podcast? Does she still work there?
Oh, yeah, she's still there.
Dude,
Can
can
you
you
get
give me
her on the
that
podcast?
number of the guy with the corrugated signs, and can we get him on the podcast?
I'm going to insult him. I'm not at work. Fuck that guy.
So we let me tell you, I am very familiar with customers misunderstanding things in a way, or maybe not even misunderstanding, just straight up fucking lying to me in a way. The amount of times that one of my greatest things was when we did like big repairs, like for instance like laptops or computers or stuff like that, we would have half the payment up front, and then the other half was when the repair was complete. And a lot of the times is that the customer would have no problem with that first payment, and then for some reason we would fix it, call them, it's like, hey, you're ready to go, and they would just never come back. And they would just never come.
They just leave their shit there?
So I remember working, and this was I remember working at that repair store, and this was like I want to say just a couple months in, so it's still kind of fresh. And I remember this woman came in. Her words to me were like, "Hey, I dropped off my laptop a couple months ago, and honestly, it just kind of got away from me. Can I go ahead and can I check in on it and see what it is?" And so I look, I check our bins. It's like, okay, so it's not in the like immediately like repaired bin that like the place where we store the recently fixed devices.
You gotta
It's
check
like,
the
okay.
other bin, the dumpster.
Exactly. So I gotta go check the other bin, which is I think these people are going to abandon their device bin, and so we go there. It's like, okay, it's not here. So it goes like, okay, well, I'm having trouble finding it. You know, let me get some more information on you, like, so I can locate it.
What's
keep
your
records
social, your credit card number?
We keep records of all their paperwork, all the paperwork that they sign, and it's all digital copies. So I find the digital copy, and I read it, and I look at her as like, well, ma'am, it says you checked your laptop in 2 years ago. And ma'am, it's been ready for about 22 months.
Oh my god.
And she's like, oh, okay. It's like, do you still have it? No, ma'am. We recycle those. We recycle those after about a year.
How did she react?
She's like, Okay, that's fine. I mean, because it's like, what are you gonna do? Like you can't be in the past. Like, yeah, you're right. I did leave my computer here for 2 years. You should still have it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So she thankfully, because like that could go either way, but she thankfully took the high road and she's like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Well, thank you anyways, and then left and like, yeah.
Yeah, she
Damn
could have been a
right.
complete
That's the
idiot.
equivalent of like calling in an order to like Jamba Juice for a smoothie and then like paying over the phone, going in later, like 3 months later, and being like, yes, you guys got my smoothie? It was mango with flaxseed.
It's like, yeah, man, when'd you order it? Oh,
3 months ago.
3 months ago. It's like, no, sir.
22 months ago?
I paid for it.
Okay.
Did you hold on
Yeah,
to
that's
it?
nice.
Okay, sir. We don't. That was 3 months ago, sir.
Let me check the paperwork we file for every Jamba Juice customer.
Dude, the amount of just silly questions or stuff like that I got. My one of my favorites and one of the most just clear and just I don't know how you fuck this one up is get a phone call and it was like, hey, it was like what time do you guys open? It's like, we open at 10 a.m. It's like, okay, and what time do you guys close? 9. Is that p.m.?
Oh my
What are you?
god. Yeah, 9 a.m. the next
Absolutely
day we
not.
close fucking stupid.
Yeah, we're only closed for 1 hour every single day.
Yeah,
Or
for
the other
cleanup.
one was-
We live here.
The other one, it's so good. And I'm going to take this time to issue a slight PSA. This should be a general knowledge, and even if you don't send your phone in to get repaired, just in general, take a look at your camera right now for all of your listeners, and make sure that when you open your camera, that the very last thing you took a photo of isn't your dick, because nobody wants to see that. Because I have seen an alarming amount of penis by working that job. Just like you go to checking the phone, and we make sure the camera is working and everything like that, and there's that tiny little square right in the bottom left-hand corner. It's like, oh, that's a penis. There it is.
Now, let me ask you, what's an alarming amount? Was that like 8, 9?
More than I wanted to see is the best I could answer.
Like, is like 2 or 3 okay?
Well, none of the dicks were particularly okay. Maybe if they were more attractive penises, I would have been okay. But they were not ever attached to attractive men. So that's
Yeah,
one
were
of
they
the
attached
problems.
to, like,
You see the
donkeys?
dick, and then the person comes in to pick up their shit, and you're just like, oh, I know how your dick looks like, buddy.
Exactly. Like, I know your secrets. I know you.
And
I know
then-
you
and
have a
then they're
slight
like-
curve to
and
the
then they're
left.
and then they're like, yeah, I left my penis phone here 2 years ago.
Do you still have it, dude? And
There was some private information on there I wanted to recover.
the only other good story I have from that one, really, that's worth mentioning, is the time we got a resume, and resume was pretty normal. Resume was pretty normal until right into the experience category, and sure enough, right at the bottom, at the very end of his experience, dude put that he was silver 2 in League of Legends, and I don't know if that really hurt. I don't know if that like. We all read it. We all laughed. My friend, my coworker, he looked at me. He's like, "Dude, I'm gold, and I don't even talk about that shit. It's embarrassing." And I'd
they
like
get
to think
hired?
that we're not gonna hire a silver 2. What the fuck you mean? We're platinum up only. It's like, it's like, it says you're silver 2 in League of Legends, but we can only accept you if you play tank.
Do you play tank? No, sorry.
Play tank,
Oh,
no.
okay. Well,
Jungle, too many. We already have junglers. We're good. Thanks, man.
damn. So one story I have from the job I work now, didn't happen to me, and I actually feel really bad about it. So for some reason, working in what I'd call it a restaurant, it's breakfast, so but not quite a diner. It's like quick service, I guess, like bagels.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have some like sandwiches, like cheesesteaks and stuff. So you get a lot of creepy old men.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
And
No.
I don't. I work in the back, and just for conversation's sake, it only happens to the women, which sucks. I feel really bad about that. But so we had this one guy who would come in. His name's Sergio. They called him Joe. He was a regular there, and there's this girl who works at the front counter. She's super chill. She's cool. But like this guy had like a fascination with her, and he was a real dickhead. Like he was a real asshole. So he'd always be causing problems, and he was always creepy. Like ask like, "Oh, can I see this person? Is this person working today?" Ooh.
Ew.
You know, he'd drop stuff off for them and be like really weird. He's like in his 70s, and they're all like 18, 19, 20. Just really weird. And it wasn't like old man cute. It was like creepy old man, you know? Because, like, you know, there's a difference. You know, like, you have creepy... There's, like, old men who are just, like, joking around and having a... You know, just being like, oh, I know I'm old and you're young, and it's funny.
He was just taking it to the level it didn't need to be on.
So he became, like, a real asshole, like especially going into the pandemic, not being able to sit inside. He would sit inside all the time. His favorite sandwich got taken off the menu, the Western omelet sandwich, which was ham, peppers, and onions, and an egg on a everything bagel. So you know, he became really ignorant and like just would always be an asshole to whoever was in, yell at them and stuff, not tipping, being a general asshole. And one day he actually went at it with the owners. And they kicked him out, and they said, "Yo, you're not coming back." And he called later to like apologize and got the female owner, because it's a husband and wife, and it's, you know, it's a female and a male, and he got the female one and just started yelling like the rudest shit to her. And you know, she just said, "You know, you're not welcome in my store anymore, dude. Like you can't. You know, like, I'm sorry, you're not eating here anymore." So this girl he has a fascination with. She gave me a ride home one day, and we got in her car, and we started driving, and tucked underneath the windshield wiper is a note, and we're like, "What's this note? Like, did you get a love note? Is this from like, you know, our manager? Like, because she left early? Like, did she leave something for you to remember? Like, water the plants or something?" We drive all the way. This thing's flapping in the wind. We're like getting anxious. Like, I hope this thing doesn't fly out. We get to where I live. She drops me off. I go to get out, and we're like, let's look at this note real quick. It's a note from this guy Sergio.
Oh my god! Call the police.
I know, shocker. He said he's like,
name redacted.
Oh, I gave her name away. Damn. It's all right. I no one knows where I live. Okay, but he's like, you know, he's like, there's something between us. And those owners are real assholes for keeping us apart. And like, yeah, and like, here's my number. If you ever need to talk, I'll take you out on a motorcycle ride sometime. You know, we can have some fun. Like, you know, just text me. And it's just like really weird. And we were just having like a good old laugh about it, and like just the weird creepiness of like, who are they to keep us apart, even though I'm 88 and you're like 19.
God, call the police.
Yeah, no. And then they brought up a point, like, this guy could be stalking you. Like, you gotta be careful. But yeah. So that's like the worst story I have. Like it didn't happen to me per se, but just knowing that.
Knowing
like,
that
gross.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
One time I had someone come through drive-through in Arby's, and I asked what they wanted, and they said spaghetti, and then I asked what, and then they said spaghetti and meatballs, and I was like, we don't have this is a roast beef store, and they're like, oh, okay, can I get a classic roast beef with a side of Worcestershire sauce? I was like, okay.
No.
We didn't have spaghetti.
Sorry, we only serve spaghetti here, sir.
We only serve Getty.
No.
Getty Images, that's what always serve here.
Getty's burger dress.
Well, I think that we have been going on for a good amount of time, and
almost an hour and 10.
Almost an hour and 10. Kelvin, if you have any stories you would like to say, you are more than welcome to tell them. And if not, and if after you get done, we can wrap things up.
I think I'm good. I've only been working for like 3 years of my life, so I don't really have any stories.
Man, imagine being so privileged. All right.
Yeah, only 3 hours. I've been working for 2 years of my life because I'm only 18. I can only legally work at 16. So. Weakling. young
Well,
age.
Well,
But
then,
yeah, I agree.
think-
I think it's about good time to wrap it up. I think we've gotten a lot of topics covered today. We spent almost 30 minutes on a Buzzfeed quiz.
Hell yeah, dude.
On the worst Buzzfeed quiz out of everything,
Yeah.
too. All right.
Now let me tell you the honest truth. I lied when I said I had one picked out. I had to go on and I clicked one of the
You know,
first
part of
ones
me
I saw.
really suspected that you did, and I was like, I was in the back of my head as I was mentioning, like, yeah, John has a BuzzFeed quiz, and the back of my head is like, I bet he doesn't. It was like, I'm still gonna put him on the spot though.
Yeah, I really didn't. I quietly typed BuzzFeed.com as quickly as I can /quizzes and picked out like one of the first ones I saw that weren't like weird. Like I didn't want to pick out like this Animal Crossing character. I had to pick something I knew we would. So I just saw Disney and I was like, Disney, okay.
That's the preparation that goes into this podcast. Impeccable.
Oh, yeah.
Impeccable.
Definitely.
That's
yes.
why it's always great.
Well, that is
Well-
going to wrap up this episode then of the Discorderly podcast. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening and appreciate you guys. Before we go, anything else you guys want to say?
I was to say keep an eye out, keep an eye on the new channel, Disorderly
Yeah.
Conduct, and obviously stay tuned with our regular channels. You know me, youtube.com/c/John Kutz, and but definitely keep an eye on the Disorderly Conduct channel. We're gonna have a lot of new stuff going up there. This podcast episode will be there. We're gonna be working our asses off on that because I spent real money
We all spent
for
real
the
money.
banner.
Get
We
ready.
spent real
'cause-
money for it, so we had to
It
make our
seems-
income back.
And subscribe now, because for the 100th subscriber, we're going to send them one Hamilton Beach toaster, double slotted, in the color red, with a short fuse. Doesn't actually work, but looks pretty on your kitchen countertops.
It will look really good. So be sure to hit 100 and do what you can to be the 100th, because you will get a Hamilton Beach double slotted toaster, red, with a shorted fuse that doesn't really work, but it will look pretty on your countertops. With that said, anything else you guys want to plug before we head out?
Well, you can find me on YouTube, Tall Glass of Nope, and you can also find me on Twitter at CrashBash01. I keep meaning to change that, but I don't think I ever will.
I have recently launched a Pornhub channel. You can find me at
Mia
pornhub.com.
Malkova, Kimmy Granger,
Yeah, so that's
Harper.
patreon.com.
onlyfans.com/user/shy guy Verlet. That's spelled VIRULENTOUS. Free feet pic. Free feet pics, ladies.
And if
gentlemen.
you're the 100th subscriber to the OnlyFans, you get a Hamilton Beach double slotted toaster, red with a shorted fuse that doesn't work, but it'll look really pretty on your countertop.
We got two of them in storage. We're just itching to give these things away.
I feel like why does it seem like I'm going slowly insane?
Every episode of the podcast, we just go crazier and crazier.
All
But yeah,
right.
thank
That
you
is
guys.
all for us that is all for us for this episode.
Yep.
Thanks again,
We-
everybody, for listening.
Like always, thank you guys so much for watching this episode and listening to this episode of the Discordly podcast. And we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.